Once upon a midnight dreary, in the dimly lit corridors of St. Mary's Asylum, there resided a mentally ill patient named Emily. Emily had been residing in the asylum for years, her mind plagued by mysterious visions and haunting whispers that only she could hear. Emily's room was tucked away in a forgotten wing of the asylum, where the sound of her sobs echoed through the empty halls. She was tormented by the shadows that danced on the walls, twisting and contorting into grotesque forms. The staff often spoke in hushed whispers about the patient who seemed to be trapped in her own personal nightmare. One fateful night, as a violent storm raged outside, Emily's visions took a sinister turn. The voices grew louder, maliciously urging her to unleash her inner demons upon the world. Torn between reality and her own distorted perception, she felt an overwhelming urge to escape the confines of her cell. Driven by an unseen force, Emily managed to break free from her restraints and ventured into the labyrinthine corridors of the asylum. Each step she took was accompanied by the eerie creaking of the floorboards, as if the building itself was alive and conspiring against her. As she wandered deeper into the asylum's depths, Emily encountered the other patients, each one more tormented than the last. Their vacant eyes seemed to pierce her soul, their deranged laughter echoing in her ears. It was as if they were all part of a macabre dance orchestrated by a malevolent puppeteer. In her desperate search for freedom, Emily stumbled upon a hidden passage, concealed behind a decaying bookshelf. The passage led her to a forgotten chamber, where faded paintings adorned the walls. Each painting depicted scenes of unimaginable horror, reflecting her own tortured psyche. As the storm outside raged on, Emily's mind unraveled further. The voices grew louder, their whispers morphing into sinister chants. She became convinced that the only way to silence the voices was to embrace the darkness within her. In a fit of madness, Emily picked up a rusty scalpel left behind by a long-forgotten doctor. With trembling hands, she began to carve intricate patterns into her own flesh, as if trying to release the demons that had possessed her mind. Blood dripped from her wounds, staining the floor crimson. As the night wore on, the asylum fell into chaos. The staff, overwhelmed by the storm and the madness that had consumed Emily, struggled to maintain order. The patients, sensing the impending doom, joined Emily in her frenzied dance of madness. In the end, the storm subsided, leaving behind a sea of destruction. The asylum, once a place of supposed healing, had become a twisted realm of nightmares. And in the heart of it all, Emily's laughter echoed, a haunting reminder of the horrors that had unfolded. And so, the tale of Emily, the mentally ill patient, and her descent into madness, remains etched in the annals of St. Mary's Asylum. A cautionary tale of how the human mind can become a battleground for darkness and despair, forever trapped within the walls of a haunted asylum.